Hey guys, what's going on? Live again on Instagram. Just finished my workout with Miliana, one of my neighbors here, and Miliana joined about a month and a half ago. Started with 21 Day Fix, and gradually, as she was doing the workouts, she kind of fell off the wagon in terms of motivation, which is one of the parts that happens when you're going through these exercises. It's something new, you get out of your comfort zone and so on. So we talked about how she could actually stick to the programs. It is about commitment. It is about making sure that you stick to these programs, and that's the only way it's going to work. Now, the reason why I'm live today is because my good friend Mike Fitzpatrick, who's been in the business for a while now, who was also one of the speakers, learned so much from him in this last summit that I went to. And Mike has been with the program, with this journey for a while. And so he also was a part of the 100-day test group. He's gone through the workout. He's gone through the emotions. He knows what it is to go through this commitment and do a 100-day of the Morning Meltdown program. So I'm going to have him join in and ask him a few questions, and I'm sure, that's my son, I'm sure it's going to be very, very valuable information for you. Hey Liam, buddy, thank you. It's going to be very valuable information for all of you. So I'm going to have him join in. Let's see. Mikey. Hey, Mikey, what are you?
How's it going?
Good. How's it going?
Good. I'm on my way almost to work.
Okay. Just gonna take literally 10 minutes of your time.
I got lots of time for you.
Thank you. Thanks so much for joining in. Mike, you've been doing this for a while. One of the most important aspects of this call is the fact that you've gone through the 100 days morning meltdown, and you're going to do it again with your peeps. And this time, Mrs. Fitzpatrick has already committed to join you as well in the program. I've spoken to one of my neighbors here who joined the journey. She started with 21 Day Fix. Then she kind of fell off the wagon in terms of being, staying motivated to the program. Now, 21 days versus 100 days, she's already committed to 100 days of meltdown and this program. And we talked about commitment, and that she actually said, has anyone done this 100 workouts? Have they gone through this? Yeah. So I told her about you and the fact that you went through the workout. And just for the audience here, whoever's watching, I do want to get this to as a first video on my YouTube channel that I just opened.
Sweet.
And pretty much give people that information on. You went through the 100 days. You obviously had, I'm sure, correct me if I'm wrong, you obviously had days that you just did not want to continue, or there were those times where you just said, I don't.
I know the pain. I feel your pain.
You said exactly that. But you still continued. You screamed like that, but you still continued.
Yeah, no. So
please don't do that. Thank you.
For everybody, 100 days is long, and it scares a lot of people. And just so you know, they've come out with 2 alternative calendars.
Mike, turn your camera to your face. Let me see your handsome face. There you go.
Oh,
perfect.
I thought you could see me. Maybe I'll get down lower.
Yeah.
So for me, 100 days is a long time, but it is when you think about it that way. The first time I did 21 Day Fix, I did it 12 times in a row. So I don't know, what's that, 200 and some days? It's too much math this early. But yeah, they're coming out with 2 different calendars. There's one where if you want to squeeze it into 60, you can squeeze it into 60 days. There's one if you want to take weekends off and extend it to 120 days. I love doing something every day, because part of what this program's about, and you're going to get with the journal, which is amazing, is creating that morning routine. Yeah. Right? It's creating that consistency. And remember, 1 it's the most beautiful book I've ever seen. 1 out of every 5 workouts is an active recovery day, right? So you've got a stretch day in there. You've got a yoga day in there. So again, and for anybody who's worried, I'm 51. I've got severe arthritis in like 7 parts of my body. If I can do this, anybody can do it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think you're a great example of how people can actually commit to this. And since you've been through it, I think the general question was the whole commitment thing. And I talk about this, you know, people not having to look at this as a success story on the scale, but rather maybe look at it as a success of sticking to something for 100 days. And then later on, I just said, if you can do this, then at the end of the day, any part of your life, whatever is happening in your life, you can actually look at them as this as well, like a commitment phase, where you can go, you know, overtake any type of challenge.
Yeah. I'll flip you a video that you can share with your people. It's the last day of filming, and it is so incredibly emotional for us who are in the test group and for the people who are in the cast. Hey, Meg. It was like, I cried like a baby. It's because you've actually accomplished something so incredible that on day 1 that seems insurmountable, but is, when you're done, it is the most amazing feeling. And again, it's so much more mental than it is physical, and it gives you that much more power to do whatever you want in your life.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. No, I honestly, as a person who used to go to the gym and spend about 1.5 to 2 hours lifting weights, and not necessarily getting the results I wanted, hated cardio. And now,
Morning, Crystal.
Yeah. So morning, everyone. So now going into this thing where there's now structure, there's a nutrition plan, right? There's all the aspects of support for you. And all you need to do is what? Get up, press play, and commit to 20 to 30 minutes a day of just moving and doing something for yourself.
Yeah, and you'll love the cardio. And it's, again, as a guy, at first I was worried because I thought it was kind of dancey related, because there's a DJ and she uses some dance terminology, like put your feet in first position. And people were correcting me. I don't know if it's reveille or releve, but at first I was like, uh-oh, it's a dance program. Not at all. She just uses some terminology, but the cardio, my wife did it for the first time with me, I think 2 days ago. And she was dripping in sweat. She's like, that was fast. It was 20 minutes, lit cardio. So it's over before you know it, but it's efficient. For those of you who are busy, like I know you've got a little guy, I've got 2 little kids. It's amazing. Crystal, you're going to love it.
Yeah. No, I'm loving it so far. It really does require to get a little out of your comfort zone, because what's the move called when you jump? Do the
which one? Yeah, I know Meg's in our group. She's going to be doing with us as well. Well, there's a couple that are. When I had to do it in Summit in Indianapolis, when I was up on stage there was one that was kind of like a jumping, dancey type leap.
Yeah.
Where I wasn't feeling my most masculine self. But that being said, yeah, I took me out of my comfort zone. But that's what this is all about, because when you're done, that's where the growth happens, right? Is jumping out of your comfort zone. I mean, you can do the same thing, but if you're not going to change anything, nothing changes. So you may as well step out of it a little bit.
You just said you did not feel like your most masculine self. Why is this whole, not only the morning meltdown, but the whole journey, if you will, why do you think is it also for men? Like, because again, we're all about big weights and going to the gym and messaging on Instagram, high-fiving the dudes, and just like the more weights we do, the stronger we get. Whereas this one, I've challenged a few CrossFitters to do a max insanity max 30, and halfway through they just gave up. So just to give an understanding of men also being able to do this, and it is going to be challenging, and there's something for everyone. mean, I've pretty much said the same thing that you would probably have said, but you know, us men, why is it difficult for men to understand that this is also for us?
I don't. The first 2 years I did this, I tried and I tried. Men are stubborn. Men think you have to go to the gym. Men are afraid to fail more than women. Men are afraid to put themselves out there and be seen as a failure, I think, more than women. Women are actually stronger than men from an inside perspective, right? They birth children. We know they're stronger. Yeah. But yeah, I think a lot of guys just have that the preconception or the misconception that you have to go to the gym. And the problem is most of them don't do that either though, right?
Yeah.
They say, especially once you have kids and a job, it's like, if you're a dad and you're taking 2 hours out of your weekday to go to the gym, I'm not trying to call you out or anything, but that's 2 hours away from my kids. That's 2 hours away from my wife. I don't want to, that's not, and to spend 20 minutes driving there, 20 minutes driving back, 20 minutes sitting around waiting for equipment. You can get the same results in 20 to 30 minutes at home, and you can be a better dad. So that's why I do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I did get quicker results myself. I mean, 25 pounds in 4 months versus having to spend 2 hours in the gym, and having done it for years and years and not necessarily get in my best shape right now is kind of a good indication that the program does work. So I wore a Canada hat again because I have I have an egg head. Not every hat fits my head, but this Canadian flag hat is bringing me a lot of luck, and it's connected me to you guys. I had an amazing time in Summit. It was my first time, and the aspect of community is wow. Like it's strong. There was 20,000 people behind me. Yes, I did wake up at 3 a.m, and I was in the very front, and you and I kind of, give our waves to each other.
I hate to say it, but I kind of snuck around you, and I hid in an alley so I could get to the front and not get up at 3 a.m.
You did.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. No, I mean, looking back, seeing 20,000 people working out together, and one of our coaches, Amanda, she actually just mentioned, if you think about, the masculinity, how men can do this, most of the super trainers are men. That's one of the factors where we should be there as well.
It's amazing. And I think now that you've gone, you can see whether you're into fitness or whether you're a coach or not, the Summit event is like nothing I've ever seen before. I mean, it's top-notch motivational speakers, whether Gary Vaynerchuk, Brendan Burchard, Darren Hardy. These are all like people who work with Tony Robbins and all those famous people. We get the top-notch. Like it's so much more than fitness. Like you said, it's that sense of community you come off of this on such a high.
Yeah. And it is important, obviously, when we come up with such a high, I mean, Rachel Hollis. What a speech that was. Mike, brother, I mean, you have so much value, so much information that you can share. The focus is Morning Meltdown. You've done it. You went through it. You're going to do it again. So thank you so much for sparing some time for me.
Anytime.
There we go.
Hey, buddy.
And yeah, so we're doing this for them.
Yeah.
If you kind of go deeper into what, our whys, it's not all about you. It's about how you impact other people around you, and while you take care of your own body and yourself, because without you being in a good level, good mindset physically, it just doesn't help others. So it doesn't serve others. Man, thank you so much for showing up. I am going to remember to save this. Yesterday I did another live. I forgot to save it. And for those of you who want to save your live videos, don't get out of the profile and share without pressing save. I guess that's a
There
good
you go.
thing.
And one last thing.
Please.
We each have about 320 seasons in our life, right? Like seasons, when you think winter, spring, summer, fall. This is one season out of that 320. That's all it is when you put it into perspective. It's like this many stickers. That's it. These are the lightning bolt stickers that I put on because that's the signature move every day on the calendar. Let Batu walk you through one season and you will not regret it.
You're the man. Thanks, Mike.
Peace.
Thank you. Send my regards.